Hello and welcome back to the second episode of the 2021 ENGEN Pitch and Polish program. I'm MCZ James and I'm your host as we follow our 16 contestants on an exciting journey of polishing their pitches and competing for an incredible first place prize worth R1,000,000. Tonight's episode, in fact, the entire Pitch and Polish program would not be possible without the incredible support of our sponsors. A big thank you to ENGEN Petroleum, our title sponsor, Nedbank, our gold sponsor. We also need to thank Business Incubator, Raise Corp, who are powering the program, and our venue sponsor, the Business Exchange. So this is where we stand going into this episode. Lebogang and Andile have already pitched, and tonight we're going to be seeing Esmeri and Tulo. But before we get into the pitching, let's find out a bit more about the entrepreneurial learning program our contestants are experiencing. The learning component of 2021 ENGEN Pitch and Polish program is well underway, and right now the contestants are being treated to a learning session by the incomparable Yasmin Ali. Let's check what's going on.
So the more you think about it.
Hello everybody.
Hello.
How's everything going?
Good, thank you.
Yes, you having a good time with these guys?
Oh yes. Yeah, we're just talking about all sorts of interesting things, aren't we guys?
And I think a better question is do you guys feel like you're learning a lot more today? Whiteboard. Sounds about right. Exactly can I join this class if that's what's going on? Hey, I was thinking we were talking about numbers and...
No, Zizi, we got you to present it because you didn't qualify.
Oh! I'll let you do your thing, guys. Good luck for the rest of the day.
Every good lesson on pitching tells you that preparation is the most important step. We're not going to tell you any different. But what we will tell you is that preparation starts much earlier than you think. In this session, we explore what types of entrepreneurs our contestants are, and they uncover how specific habits and styles that they have are holding them back. Their investor and our judges will be looking to find growth entrepreneurs with the potential to scale their businesses. Obvious, right? But how do you identify this? Then we will introduce them to the pitch deck, an invaluable tool in structuring the pitch and knowing what to say and sometimes, more importantly, what not to say. So, in this first session, prepare to be prepared. After all, you may be pitching against one of these contestants as our wildcard.
Thanks for that, Yaz. That was some really great food for thought. Now, as any entrepreneur knows, the journey is full of unexpected twists and turns. And same goes for entrepreneurial competitions.
Hi Tulo, it's Lebo from ENGEN Pitch and Polish. I just wanted to find out where you are because you've been gone since our tea break, which was around 10, and it's now 10 to 12. You've missed a whole hour plus of just the learning session. What time will you be here? Hi. What's happening?
Yes, ma'am. I had a thought and I think this is not for us. So for now we're struggling in very much because we're getting about 10 calls every day. Not every day, every week from Joburg of people who know heard of our business somewhere. And we cannot even provide that service because we yet to come there. So it's causing us a havoc that we can't even imagine. So we don't want to be known everywhere now. We don't think unless we've got money. But personally I did electrical engineering. So I've got a degree in engineering. And I did MBA as well. I did MBA when I was 28. I'm 31 now. So so I'm just telling you personally, like, like for example, what are we doing? If I had to choose between here today and somewhere else, I'll be somewhere else. I mean,
Thank you, Tulo.
Thanks, and I'll always remember your call, your own top 16. I'll never forget that call. Honestly, I'll never forget that call.
Okay,
And
cool.
I'm glad I'm here.
Alrighty, thank you.
So things don't always go according to plan. Now, good entrepreneurs know how to adapt, while great entrepreneurs know how to adapt and make backup plans. So here at ENGEN Pitch and Polish, we had a backup plan, or as I like to call them, a curveball contestant. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we had another hungry entrepreneur waiting in the wings for a moment just like this.
Just give me 2 seconds. Let me just check if it's ready for you. Knock, knock. Hey. Hi, how are you?
I'm cool.
Good, thank you. So as you know, we've had Tulo leave the competition.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I know, right? So we have our replacement contestant. He will be continuing with us from now until the end. If you take top spot, This is Lynton. Lynton, this is Tendai. He's going to be your guide for the duration.
Hi, Zenda. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
Awesome.
Welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
What a surprise, eh?
Thank you very much.
Cool. I really look forward to working with you. Yeah, let's get to it.
Well, Lynton had some catching up to do, but we'll see how he does in front of the judges. So this is probably a good time for me to introduce you to our panel. They are Zishan Abbas from ENGEN Petroleum, Monique Chinna from Nedbank, and Alon Reyes from Race Corp. You can read more about our judges on the ENGEN Pitch and Polish website. Before we meet our first contestant, remember, it's not too late for you to enter as our wildcard contestant. So stay tuned till the end of this episode to get details. Now, let's see who's pitching first. Meet Esmeri Vinier from Restil Memory Care. She hails from Centurion in Gauteng. Good luck, Esmeri.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Esmeri. Are you ready for your pitch?
I sincerely hope so.
You had quite an interesting entry into this year's ENGEN Pitch and Polish with your blooper video that you sent through to us.
It was a faux pas. 5 seconds.
Are we going to have a faux pas today?
I hope not.
Okay. Esmeri, are you ready?
I'm ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pitch and polish.
I'm Esmeri Vinier from Restil Memory Care. We offer specialized service for people that have memory impacting diseases such as Alzheimer's disease or vascular disease. It started 10 years ago. My mom broke a hip, and on recovery we couldn't find a place that took care for her and her pet. Did you know that every 3 seconds worldwide somebody develops dementia? Last year it was 50 million, doubling every 20 years. We're looking at 115 million people in 2050. We couldn't find a place, so we decided let's start our own. Our first home was filled within 6 months, the second house within the first year. By year 3, we realized that you cannot mix people with dementia problems and your general population. So we decided to create a space that specializes in dementia care. 100% income as we 100% full. We run an 18% cost of sales that gives us 82% gross profit. Our overheads are 66%, and that leaves us with a net profit of 15%. With your 650,000 Rand investment and our 1.5 million, we would like to double our profit, our net profit, to better stand a chance to buy the property that we've been renting for 10 years. Because we need to build an extra care facility that has a...
Esmeri, I'm afraid your time is up. That's it. It's time for the judges' clarifying questions.
Right.
And we're going to start with you, Monique.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you, Monique.
Tell me, so from a sustainability perspective, it seems as though, I mean, it's a frail care facility that specializes in memory problems, as you mentioned. But from a thought leadership perspective, do you speak to other frail care institutions? How do you expand beyond the local area that you're in at the moment, or just the facilities that you're in at the moment?
We're not a non-profit. We're in it for business. And we work very closely with Alzheimer's Association, dementia, all the associations that are around us. So most of our references come from adult children that need to refer their parents when they can't look after them anymore. Many of our colleagues are not specialized to care for somebody with a memory-related problem. So we work closely with our colleagues in ensuring that they know what we offer as a specialist facility when they can't. So I think you're going towards where do we try and do our sales. Is that what you're aiming at?
Yeah, and how do you actually expand beyond just your local place that you're based in?
We've got residents that have come from Cape Town and all over South Africa because their adult children stay either in the UK or in America. So when they start looking for a facility, it's global. And then they realize for their parent in South Africa, we are obviously the best, aligned to be able to care for them. And then obviously we've got our website running, we've got our social media going. We're very involved with our social media campaigns and reaching out. So our references are from adult children that need to refer a family member, our colleagues in the market, and our neurologists and psychologists and psychiatrists that realize that, we need to send a particular patient to a facility for care that's specialized. I've got a psychiatric nursing background, so that helps a lot with that. And we find people with dementia need space. They need their pet. They need specialized care. So that differentiates us from any other frail care facility. And our residents, if I might add.
I'm going to have to stop you there.
Sure.
Okay, we have
Thank
to get
you.
the other judges.
Absolutely, thank you.
Zisha?
Esmeri. So you said you're 100% full.
Yes.
What's the capacity? At the moment?
27 beds.
27 beds.
Yes. And we run on a wait list, so the
Okay,
pressure.
what does that wait list look like?
Wait list, we're looking. It's two scenarios, but I don't want to go into much detail. You either get somebody that phones you up today, I need space today,
Yeah.
or you get somebody that in
No,
exploring.
but what's your wait list like?
Wait
I'm
list,
asking-
we're looking for 20. We're looking about 7 people at a time on the wait list.
Okay, and how long does patients stay?
3 to 5 years, and we have our patients, our residents, until they die.
So you're there until they die. you say?
They're there until they die, and it's an annuity income that we've got. So every month we full. Every month it replicates on our facility fees.
So one last question.
Yes.
Monique mentioned that you do. What's your plan to expand?
My plan to expand.
So
I
before
beg your pardon.
just give me a
Beg your pardon.
You want to expand? Is it expand locally where we are now in Gauteng, or moving to other provinces? What's the plan?
Okay. The plan is that we want to expand the current business, adding on a specialized care unit.
Yeah.
Then we need to build on 8 cottages because we've got a huge demand for early Alzheimer's disease. And my dream and something that we really want to do is to start a college for people who are unemployed that we train.
Sorry, Esmeri.
Sure.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
No.
But so you're saying it's 8 cottages that you want?
Yes, for 16 early stage Alzheimer's disease.
16.
16.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Isha. Okay, from me, just coming also, it's on the same tack. Now you're going to build 8 more cottages now on somebody else's property. How does that work?
That's why we need to secure a loan to buy.
And is the person who owns the property willing to sell?
Absolutely.
So why haven't you've got a business right now, you go to a bank, I'm sure Nedbank would be only too happy to bond that
We've
property?
been to Nedbank, we've been to Standard Bank, we've been everywhere. And
what are they seeing that we're not seeing? Why are they not giving you the money?
I think they are nervous about COVID. Last year when we did a lot of our pitching to facilities, they're afraid of the frail care facility.
Okay, that's it from me, Esmeri. Thank you for your pitch. Not too much of a faux pas this time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Esmeri seemed really nervous, but she does have 100% occupancy, so that may have piqued the judges' interest. But now it's time to see our curveball contestant in action. Here he is, Lynton of Dobbs Rewards from Joburg, Gauteng.
Hi there, Lynton. An interesting start to your journey on ENGEN Pitch and Polish.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you feel a little hard done by that you have started after everyone?
No, I think that's what makes an entrepreneur an entrepreneur. You got to change and adapt to your surroundings, and that's the spirit of an entrepreneur.
Are you ready for your pitch?
I absolutely am.
Lynton, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pitch and polish.
The world around us is changing. Customers and their needs are changing as well. But there is a massive disconnect between brands and unique identities of customers. My name is Lynton, the co-founder of Dobbs Rewards, and we are a digital loyalty, instant gratification, gamified loyalty program that incentivizes a customer to buy a brand. We tell the brand who buys what, where they buy it, when they buy it, and how we can get them to buy more using our customer profiling platform and spend behavioral analytics tool. Don't believe us? Ask our global international brands such as Heineken, Distell, British American Tobacco. Like our concept? So too does the Patent Office, who have granted us a patent on our application, as well as the UK's Global Entrepreneurship Program, to which we are an alumni of. We've successfully worked on campaigns such as UEFA Champions League and Formula One and identified unique personal customer profiling traits of over 9,000 customers and increased brand receptiveness over 400%. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we've been faced with several alcohol and tobacco bans, and we have pivoted our behavioral pattern tool to create a screening, scheduling, and post-side effect adverse monitoring platform used by healthcare workers and doctors in the COVID-19 Novavax vaccine trial in over 9 clinic locations with over 4,000 candidates.
Your time is up. Your time is up. I don't know what you do. You spoke about all these big words, but I don't know actually what you do.
So there's two parts. We built a digital loyalty platform that incentivizes waiters to drive brands in bars and restaurants, and primarily then mine customer profiling when they interact with that brand. So we can determine who the person is, their age demographic, their gender demographic, their where they buy by a geolocation function, so that we can strategize the brand to push on those particular products in that area to that customer. So giving the customer what they need before they know they need it.
Second question from me is, you seem to be a competition junkie, right? You're after the 650,000 Rand, you've won this, won that, won that. Why, given all the things that you've won and been awarded, why are you back pitching for money again?
So we're three guys, three co-founders that worked in a gym parking lot getting free Wi-Fi. We've done a vaccine trial platform for Novavax, a US pharmaceutical. We worked with Heineken and Distell. That was all done through our own funding and bootstrapped by the three co-founders. Imagine the possibilities where we have funding on our table, as well as partners such as ENGEN that would back us, and the credibility that we can get upon that.
Well, I'll hand over to Nedbank now that maybe...
Now that you weren't mentioned. Tell me. So I'm glad that you asked that clarifying question, because I was also a little bit confused about what you actually do. How do you, if a lot of the your main bigger retailers run their own loyalty programs, so they're doing the analytics on spend, etc., etc. How do you differentiate?
So we solely focused on the producers, so in this case the breweries of the alcohol and the tobacco. And what we do is there's a massive disconnect, as mentioned, is when a bottle of beer, for instance, goes out to an end consumer, the brewery doesn't know who that end consumer is. We give that brewery the identity of that end consumer so that they can see who's reciprocating to which product and how they can better strategize around that.
I also want to know, during COVID, given that so many restaurants were closed, how did your model change?
So our model changed slightly, where we pivoted our behavioral pattern engine and our profiling tool to the Novavax US pharmaceutical COVID vaccine trial. What we did was we built a tool that helps doctors and healthcare workers to actually monitor and schedule patients to come in on an automatic basis. We're able to aggregate.
I think we need to wrap up there. Zishan is dying to have a go at you, I can see.
Tops or tops? I'm curious to find out.
So it's a very funny story. It started off as DOPS because we were in the alcohol industry at first. And then when we pivoted, we had to actually change it because alcohol and the medical field have a very negative connotation. So we actually changed it to DOPS, being an acronym for Digitally Operating Platforms and Solutions.
Okay. How do you make money?
We charge on the bar side, on the alcohol loyalty program side, we charge a monthly subscription fee for per bar per month. And we're looking at our average, we do between 300 and 400 bars per month or per 6-week cycle. And then we also charge for the analytics, various analytics dashboards that we offer to the customers as well. For the Novavax or the clinical research trial, sorry.
It's okay. Tell me, so are you still planning to stay in the beverages industry? What's your focus? You're asking for 650,000 to do what?
So we currently have a key man dependency on all our software development is done in-house. We have a key man dependency on one of my co-founders who's the CTO, and we need to get a team of technical developers. We're looking at 2 or 3 technical developers to help us take out that key man dependency and help us to innovate and grow our R&D function. as well as expanding our operational teams.
Okay. So how was that? How come you never got to that point based on the customers that you've had? Heineken, Distel, and British American Tobacco.
So we have had some junior developers, but we weren't able to afford a senior developer because a lot of our earnings from our customers goes back into our operational costs, as well as innovating into new avenues, such as the medical platform was quite a big spend on our side.
I think with 650,000 you could attract a senior developer to you guys.
Absolutely. I think because one of the things is that we're innovative and we're looking for a mover and a shaker. We're looking for someone that's ready to disrupt, someone that's not substandard to a norm. And that's our philosophy, is that we're three guys from a CIB bank and we were so disruptive that they didn't want us there anymore. So we went on our own. And that's the type of people that we are looking at.
Lynton, thank you for your pitch, and there were some headwinds that you felt today from the judges, but good luck.
Thank you very much.
You may leave. Thanks.
Lynton seemed to struggle to clearly explain his business, so we'll have to see if that hurts his overall chances. Before we find out who from the red group will be staying and who will be going home, just a reminder to you, our viewers, that it's not too late for you to enter as the 2021 Engine Pitch and Polish wildcard contestant. How, you ask? All you have to do is go to pitchandpolish.com and fill out your wildcard entry form. After you hit submit, you will get an email with a unique entry number. And like I said in the first episode, you don't want to lose that number. Write it down somewhere safe because you'll need it to answer the wildcard questions that we'll be asking towards the end of each episode. Speaking of which, now's a great time to ask you tonight's question. Where did DOPS Rewards go to use free Wi-Fi? Where did DOPS Rewards go to use free Wi-Fi? Simply head over to pitchandpolish.com to answer the question. Later in the series, we'll be inviting 10 viewers to submit short video pitches. The best pitch will be chosen to be our wildcard contestant and stand a chance of snatching that first place prize from right under the noses of our 2 finalists. Remember, that first place prize is worth a staggering 1 million rand. Right, so we've seen all 4 pitches from the red group. The judges have tallied their scores and made their deliberations. So let's find out which 2 contestants will be staying on for round 2 and which 2 contestants will be leaving us tonight.
Good evening, contestants. You know, I've been judging pitch and polish for 11 years, and I have never ever seen a judging panel so torn as I have today. It was actually quite rough. So I'm going to go through each of you. 2 of you are going to go through to the next round, and 2 of you are going to go home. Unfortunately, that's the way this competition works. I'm going to start by just talking about a couple of your business. Lebogang, brilliant pitch. Quite disappointing that you weren't aware of one of the big competitors in the market. Andile, great idea. Very concerned about lots of things, distribution. We think that you have not thought around a lot of concepts that need to be understood in business in order to make that business scale. Esmeri, you nice concept, makes profit, you knew your numbers, but can it scale without Esmeri? And can Esmeri pitch in the appropriate time? Lynton, super polished. Look how smooth you are, super polished. You've done this time and time again. Felt very inauthentic to us judges, but nice tech in there, nice ideas, good pivot, but incredibly smooth. Felt a little inauthentic. So who are the 2 that are going to go through? Lebogang, will you stand forward? Lebogang, as I said before, great pitch. You've achieved a lot, but unfortunately, you are going home. Thank you. Andile, please step forward. This competition is called ENGEN Pitch and Polish. Your pitch was certainly not as good as Lebogang's, but the judges felt that you have the opportunity to be polished. We can get you right. You will be staying. So now the two of you step forward. One of you is going forward and one of you is staying behind. Which one is it? Is it Esmeri, who's doing such an incredible piece of work for people who need that care? Or is our smoothie here? Maybe, Andile, you can make a smoothie named after Lynton, called the Lynton smoothie. Okay? So which one of you is going to go forward? The person who will be going home is Esmeri. Lynton, you've got lots of work to do in terms of becoming more authentic. We're very concerned about the fact that you've been doing this for a while and still haven't got there. But all the judges have agreed that you have the potential to be polished. Well done. Go forth and make money. All the best.
Wow. Well, congratulations to Andile and Lynton, who will be staying on for round 2. At the same time, we're so sorry to be saying goodbye to Esmeri and Lebogang, but I have no doubt that they will be taking home with them some valuable lessons that will have them standing in good stead as they go forward in their entrepreneurial journeys. If you want to find out more details about our judges' decisions, please head on over to the resources tab on the Pitch and Polish website. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you're back in the same place at the same time next Tuesday night. You really don't want to miss a thing, as the first 2 contestants from the blue group show us what they're made of. For me, I'm CZ James. It's a good night.
But also looking at whatever decision you make, how it impacts your numbers. That for me was the key learning. Even yesterday, the whole cabbage thing and how it adds value by shredding and whatnot. That for me was my biggest takeaway from the whole experience. But yeah, I really loved it. But the plans still move forward, so nothing really stops.
It's been incredible. I think it's been a wonderful ride, and I like continuous forward motion, so this falls exactly into what I like. I know how to polish my pitch, and I learned an enormous amount from Silas, that you can't just go on the fluffy stuff. You've got to have the percentages and the rands and cents in order. So very valuable for me.